Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We're back with more D&D. We're starting, obviously, quite late now, so Kato, take us away without further ado.
So, last we left our heroes, Aldein, the half-elf paladin, Dairon, the Genasi rogue, with Akra Evere and Keren Velufra. And in the other group is Seamus, the half-elf bard, Felix, the Eladrin painter, with Rua and the enigmatic reficule. The two groups set along their way after basically going over more of their situation. During the walk, Akra's group, or rather, I'll say Aldain's group, Aldein and Dairon's group eventually came to some forests, a forest even, and you basically heard a noise, what sounded like something very inhumane. Going through the forest to find the source of the noise, Akra and Dairon stealthily came across some abomination of a being that was feasting on bodies. Akra immediately deduced that it was his son Stacia, to which I believe it was him who made his way back to the others to inform them of what had happened. Unfortunately, though, the two heavy armor users' stealth checks were not up to snuff, causing the Tarascified elf to go mad and start attacking. It was a pretty gruesome fight, as some high damage was thrown around, some crits were done. Keren herself did a disgusting amount of damage. And in the end, Stacia...
Keren did 100 damage by asking for the manager.
I mean, she just cleaved the worker and him in two. If she was an
I don't know,
evil
it's just because
person.
of the Keren name thing, sorry.
Yeah.
There's no actual, real reason to...
But yeah, she dealt a massive amount of damage to Stacia, and he ran away. Akra, however, through the fight was struggling to really do very much. He was that frazzled from everything that he was only able to do half of what he could normally do. And even then, he was doing less than that. But you all survived. You all clearly saw the state that Stacia was in, because, you know, words can only paint a picture so well. The group then continued on to the settlement that Keren had told them about. Meanwhile, Seamus and Felix's group made their way along after they basically got themselves ready. Rua realised he'd actually lost his Moonblade, and no one knew where it was. When they eventually arrived at the settlement that they found, which was surprisingly in decent kit, they headed to the inn and went inside. They had a long rest and have rested up. All of their injuries that they would have had are gone. All of their resources that would have been spent also returned, all of that stuff. So I'm going to say to start with, it is Dairon and Aldain's group first that we're going to begin with. As Akra is sort of just regenerating from the damage he'd taken, as he was gored by Stacia's claws, and you see Akra just looking into the distance from where Stacia ran away from. And you can clearly tell that, where his mind is right now. As that happens, Keren checks over you, Dairon, and Aldein, and just says, "Do either of you need healing?"
How likely is it that we're going to run into something else out here?
Very.
Then yes.
Heal me up.
I need to check something actually because I've forgotten. Where is it now? She will give you a lay on hands. Okay, she has 100 HP worth of lay on hands. She will give you 30 points of healing, Dairon. For you, Aldein, she will give you 20 points of healing.
Well, yeah.
But yes, as I was saying before, well, there's only so... how to describe it? There's only so many ways I could describe how Stacia looked and how he was. And if anything, he wasn't as feral as he was then, which has me very concerned.
When you say less feral, what do you mean?
He's seemingly become... Well, generally when a being consumes multiple souls, it's entirely easy for the souls to basically imprint upon the person who's consumed them. In some cases, it can coalesce into an entirely new identity, or it can be a case of that the souls basically mumble up the mind of the person. Given the fact that whatever's been done to him before he died would have already driven him crazy, it stands to reason to me that it's only exacerbating his problem. Not only that, but, well, I don't know how he would have looked before he died, but was he ever that large in size? And that bestial? If you want to give me an intelligence check, both of you, to remember.
Wow!
Both of
Actually,
you
pretty on the
remember-
ball.
Both of you remember, Stacia was not, well, basically an entire size category bigger. His height's about 5'10". He's only a little bit taller than Akra and Rua. Or he was, in life. And since then he's grown significantly larger. He also still looks like a person, for the most part. Whereas at that point, the point you just saw him at, he was a lot more monstrous looking. Like, covered in spikes, his hands had become claws, his teeth had become elongated and sharp in that state you've just seen him in. So yeah, it's, yeah.
Could you hand me my diet coke that's over there? I think it's the one that's farther away.
Yeah.
That one called.
I don't know what to make of any of this, so.
This is... Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Don't know what really to say to all this.
Well, there's no sense in debating it here while, you know, we're out in the open.
Yeah, we should.
He could return, anyone could ambush us, we'd be best to move on.
Yeah, we'd best get to safe havens.
Yeah.
Best get to stepping, boys.
As she walks over to Akra, she actually pulls out what looks like it's a cylindrical object. It's not that big. It's about the same width as like a handle of a sword. If you want, you can give perception checks to examine the blade, because it seems this handle even, I should say, because it seems to have inscriptions along the surface of it.
Apparently, I see it.
You clearly see it, but does Aldein see it?
That is a very good question. I think so.
Aldein, you can notice especially.
Yep.
And Dairon, you would have seen it as well if, like, Aldein had ever told you about anything to do with the god he follows. But you can tell there's inscriptions and, like, details of Rybarb, the god of the sun. Whatever it is, it seems to be some sort of, like, artifact or something to do with them, to do with that god. And she holds this handle out to Akra and just says, I forgot to give you this back actually since I saw you again. And she hands it to Akra and he takes it in his hand and he just looks to her. You kept it? And Karen gives him a soft smile. I mean, obviously you gave it to me before I left to come to this realm. And Akra takes a moment and looks at the handle, and he activates it, and a blade of light erupts from one end of the handle. And Akra begins to do a few swings of it, and you can clearly see how, like... You've seen how skilled Akra is with just weapons in general, but you can tell, like, this was almost practically made for him. And he turns the blade back to just a handle and puts it on his hip. Oh, then this'll help a lot. This hits much harder than my fists.
Damn.
Oh, I should probably explain, actually. Akra says to you both is like, he kind of remembers you to exist. This is...
Hello.
This is a sunblade. This is a weapon I actually picked up back in Tyrell.
I'm guessing it's the sister weapon to the Moonblade?
No.
Okay.
Just a coincidence then?
Yeah. This was found on the corpse of a Sun Soul monk. They basically are known for channeling ki into blasts of energy. And yeah, I even fought one of them I say a while ago. A while ago being like, over 300 years ago. Back when I was... It wouldn't have been very long when I became Akra Everett. Probably only a few months after that I met the people at the temple and sparred with one of the members. They allowed me to keep the weapon, knowing the good I was doing with it, and yeah. Since then, though, I was able to find someone who could customize the magic weapon, so that it doesn't actually need attunement to wield. And, to be fair, it's one of those things. If I'm holding it, no one's probably going to be taking it off me. And well, you've seen how strong she is. He, gently taps his knuckles on his partner's armor, So it's not like anyone could really take the weapon from her either.
I doubt that would happen.
But yeah, this is cool. I'm really glad I've got this back. This will definitely help a lot. As he looks at the blade, you can see a mix of melancholy and nostalgia in the gaze that he's holding towards the weapon. You can tell it carries a lot of history. And with a flourish, he sheaves the weapon and just sort of stretches himself a bit. Right then. Let's not waste any time.
I guess as we're walking, I want to ask Karen, so aside from the obvious, what are the other any other big threats that we should be aware of so that we don't go in blind?
Well, there was that lich I mentioned. His name is Maratu. He's an elven lich. Apparently, he's existed since the era of Hatayia. I've encountered him a few times. He's a very tricksy wizard, however. He can not only cast Time Stop, along with many other spells. In fact, at one point, he even caught me in a maze spell.
That's not good.
Well, no, it's basically being trapped in a maze for 10 minutes, and if you can't figure out how to get out, you're stuck there until the 10 minutes are over. The only way to get out instantly is if you're a minotaur, or a demonic minotaur, or, anything minotaur adjacent. For some reason, they have...
a string.
For some reason, what did you say, sorry, again?
I said, what if you have some string?
Who carries string on their person, let's be honest?
Dairon just
Back to a few people. Like, I know some paranoid people.
I understand, but like, I'm not a knitter. I don't knit. He's the one who knits. Yeah, she actually points at her partner.
I have to say, the work on this is quite marvelous.
But yeah, keep an eye out for Maratu. He's usually walking or accompanied by some sort of powerful undead. The most recent one that he's been allied with is a Death Knight, which is basically an evil paladin, but undead.
Assuming you have other allies, though?
I have allies, but none as strong as me. A lot of the people that tend to be in the Land of the Dead are powerful demons or celestials, but a lot of the time they don't... Well, most of the demons and devils don't want to ally with me because, they're generally evil or evil adjacent. And the celestials aren't allowed to be heavily involved in the affairs of this realm or others because they're not allowed to take too much when it comes to sides. I was effectively hired by the god of life to be that intermediary.
See.
To be fair, when I'm travelling around, I am helping to train people how to defend themselves.
Of course, I just wanted to know what we had available to us.
Very little. The most we'll get is support.
Okay.
Not anything in actual combat. Unless we find someone who I've never encountered before. I mean, even though I've been in here for God knows how long now, decades, I still haven't really... I haven't charted the entirety of this realm.
I feel like a place like this would be infinite.
It practically is. Especially when a lot of it bleeds into the hells and heavens in different ways. It doesn't help as well that with Stacia's existence, he's destabilized a lot of the realm.
That's lovely.
A few powerful people who were, who could have been potential help. Well, some of them would have been consumed by him or just destroyed by him. And that's not to say they weren't corrupted into undeath creatures by Maratu or other forces.
Has Stacia attacked any of the Celestials?
From what I know, he generally keeps to himself. It's only usually when people seek him out that he tends to attack. So unless a Celestial has got ideas to try and attack him, he hasn't chose to seek any out from what I know. In fact, he seems to actively avoid settlements. Perhaps what little remains of his mind knows to not attack innocent people.
One can hope.
That will make conflict with him.
After all, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why he attacked us then was because he was in, well, considering how you and Akra caught him consuming bodies, perhaps he, like a cornered animal, didn't want his meal to be disturbed. It's also
Perhaps.
entirely possible he could smell mine and Akra's scents, which then drove him to remember us.
At this stage, it's hard to say anything definitive.
We can't peek into his mind, unfortunately, so all we can do is guess. I'm used to hunting animals and creatures, and well, he's been around. Stacia's been around long enough for me to understand some of his behaviors. Although since he's been regressing more and more, I can't even imagine all of my knowledge is completely useful.
DM question. What's funny?
Sorry, I just saw a joke elsewhere.
Dad, looking in the mirror.
No, I don't have any on me, unfortunately.
Damn.
But Kaido, remind me, wasn't Stasia's wife also turned into a Tarrasque?
You don't know. She wasn't there at the she wasn't there at the Bovetment branch of the Cult of the Tarrasque's headquarters. It's entirely possible she's around. Give me a history check, actually. You can as well if you want, Aldein.
Oh boy, oh boy. I invested in this one.
So it helps that you know Aldein, because, well, she was your queen at one point. You know Ariel wasn't anywhere near as strong as the rest of the family she married into. She was, back in the war, she was a medic. And it wasn't like she was necessarily like a powerful cleric or sorcerer. She was just a very like bare bones medic. While you remember during your time growing up that she was a very strong-willed woman, it doesn't necessarily mean that she had like the ability to endure whatever experiments were done to her, if they even did any to her necessarily.
So more like Videl or Chi-Chi to Akira and
Yeah,
Asia's Goku.
yeah.
Gohan.
Like, she would be, staying back at home while, worrying about her partner doing so.
Yeah,
When
so
it-
much
when
more
it-
of a Peter Parker and Mary Jane type relationship than a Lyndon and Yaren type relationship.
Yeah. So it's possible, and considering how strong you know Akira is, how strong you know Rua is, and how strong you can tell Karen is, it's very likely that, Stacia also follows that same, endurance in terms of body and mind.
Right.
That it's entirely possible that's why he's still around even after 3 years of him being kidnapped, because that's how long it was when he got taken. Whereas she probably, if she did get experimented on, it's entirely possible she didn't survive. There's a myriad reasons why she is possibly dead, or you haven't found her. And none of the implications point to anything positive.
Mm-hmm.
However, if she has died, then
It's possible.
theory, yeah, it's possible she's here. But you also know that a lot of the time when creatures who have been turned into, who've been Tarrasquified, generally, aren't of sound body or mind. And, how do I describe it? Karen mentions, if she didn't already, that part of the reason she surmises that Stacia is consuming souls is because his existence is damaged. Which then Akra would then bring up to basically mention that it's entirely possible that Tarascifying a being can potentially damage their soul. Because it's a corruptive influence that's then, being imprinted onto their existence. And you don't know of anyone who's ever been cured from it. And you don't really know the full details of what that procedure does. So it's entirely possible that it's called, if, Ariel, because that was her name. If Ariel was Tarascified, and given how she wasn't as strong as the rest of the family she married into, it's entirely possible it's just destroyed her very soul.
Oh, that's gnarly.
And again,
Not
this
a
is
fan of soul mutilation or destruction.
And this is just going off entirely implications and assumptions based on just what you know and the information you're being given right now.
Aaron, I hate to ask. You haven't seen Stacia's wife.
You cut out a bit then again.
Sorry. I ask, I hate to ask, but you haven't run into Stacia's wife, you?
I didn't even know he got married.
Okay.
Rua wasn't even conceived when we got to the Prime, and during the time that I left. Akra then chimes in and says she's been gone for over 5 decades now. So more than twice the time Rua's been in existence. After all, Rua's only 24 now.
Right. I ask if only because I don't necessarily want Rua to also run into his mother. Because I don't know how he'll handle the emotional whiplash there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess it's that Akra speaks. Then I guess it's potentially, in the most darkest way possible, fortunate that perhaps she hasn't... that her soul's been so damaged that she hasn't even come here to begin with.
It's either she's not here and in somewhere else, or... yeah.
Karen,
I don't know which is better.
Karen interrupts and says,
Both
I
are
would have
bad.
noticed that another Tarascified being would be here.
I think we need to have a chat with our divine sponsors at some point about this.
Especially if she's potentially been dead more than twice the amount of time Stacia would have been. And that's not to say that if she did turn up that she didn't just fade away into nothingness, because the damage to her soul would have been that significant. There's a non-zero chance she is in the land of the dead, but that non-zero is still less than 0.1%. I would be confident in saying. For now, though, there's not really much else we can do other than, assume and make conjecture. The only thing we know with absolute certainty is that Stacia is getting worse. And that...
And we're going to need the others to fight him.
I don't believe that he's ever going to be better. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how to fix a damaged soul. And she looks at Akra and he just shakes his head solemnly. There is definitely beings that could fix the damage, but the problem is that it's not only damage to his soul, but it's basically been overwritten by the essence of this Tarrasque, or the Tarrasque's essence, or whatever you want to describe it as. So even if we do fix the soul, it's entirely possible it just gets immediately overwritten, and then while he might be a whole being, he would then still just be exactly what he is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no chance for. I don't know how Rua's going to take this.
I can't imagine he'll take it very well.
Speaking of Rua, Akra adds, his Moonblade can cure, or at least cleanse elves, can't it?
Yes, to our knowledge.
Then it's entirely possible you could fix that damage to Stacia.
Let's hope it didn't get lost during the transit.
I mean, we haven't lost any of our gear, have we?
True. Well, there's no telling what happened to them, so...
Although, to be fair, I caught you both, and then got knocked out by debris.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh yes, did I inform you of what happened topside?
Yeah, I was here.
Right.
Oryx has been taken in by the cults. Guy told you that, and, you know... Ugh, fucking hell, Oryx.
God damn it, Orcs.
I think he's trying to overcorrect.
You think?
When we were talking during the brief break we had after we did the training, he was telling me he felt like he isn't doing enough to help people in the world. So I think he's wanted to overcorrect, and you know.
This is how you get situations like this.
I mean, from what
the time for us to rub off on him.
I mean, from what you said about Guy, Oryx sacrificed himself to help some people, so it's not as if he just gave himself in for the shits and giggles.
No, of course. At least he did it for a purpose, but it's still irritating. We are going to have to save his ass. But we can't really do much about it right now.
My only fear is that they might try and Terrascify him.
He's a dragon, so I do bet he'll be able to resist it much longer than anyone else would, but time is of the essence.
Based on how you described Stacia's Terrascification, the fact that he was in the state he was after only 3 years speaks to how long he was seemingly able to resist it.
Yeah.
After all, I've seen some of them, and you've seen even worse than I have, no doubt.
Would you say Stacia and the Arcs are comparable in terms of their powers?
So, Akra just purses his lips for a moment. Given he is mine and Karen's child, and he was already more than twice as strong as I was when he was my age.
When you were his age?
Yeah. By the time he was already 18, he was already twice as strong as me.
Oof.
And he was then dropped into the Prime Dimension and almost single-handedly turned the tide of the war. Even if he got weaker over time or, didn't keep up on his training, he would still be in the conversation of one of the strongest mortals alive. While Oryx is probably stronger, the fact that Stacia had lasted so long... Genuine cough. And nothing as well. I had no reason to cough. Yeah. The fact that Stacia was able to last so long after 3 years, and he is very likely weaker than Oryx, would be a good sign for Oryx.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
A Terrascified Oryx would not be nice.
It is a very bad time for everyone.
Oryx is strong enough in will to resist it, or at the very least, if we did come across a Terrascified Oryx, he would probably do everything he can to resist the temptation to go feral, so we could kill him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's if they even do that to Oryx. There could be other things they could do with him. They could try and like coerce him or force him into doing evil for them. They could try and use it to be a research opportunity on dragons. Because from what you've said, they've only had white dragons as their research material. And a gold
Don't
dragon
remind
is
me.
not only much more powerful than a white dragon, but white dragons are more genetically predisposed to being more feral. So,
In a nutshell,
drugs.
we're going to have to deal with a lot of. It's something we'll have to worry about later.
For now, though, let's keep walking. As Akira actually says that, Karen points into the distance, and you see, you're approaching what looks to be a ravine, and Karen tells you there's a bridge we're coming up to that we'll have to cross to get to the settlement we need to get to. There are guards posted at the bridge, though, so we should be safe to cross. Although the bridge itself is narrow, so be careful. As that happens, we'll move on to the other group. By this point, what's it called? By this point, Felix, you would have woken up from your trance. You see, Refugule is still in bed, even after the trance would have ended for him. And you see his bird still asleep. What do you do?
Is there a window in the room?
There's windows, yeah. There's a window.
I'll take a look out the window. How's the town doing, or village doing, or whatever?
So by this point, it's pretty dark. You can see, kind of glowing is the river that runs underneath kind of the town. It's glowing like a green color. It's hard to tell if this is just an unhealthy glow or it's a Land of the Dead thing. So yeah. But, you do see and hear people outside going about their business. You see lights on in some of the houses.
Alright, then I'm gonna set myself up by the window and I'm gonna try and paint the paint certainly what I can see, especially with the river. I'm gonna try and use some of that glow shroom paint that I got from the Underdark while I wait for either Refugule to, do something to show that he's awake, or for Seamus to actually wake up.
So you'd still have to wait like 4 hours for at least Seamus to get out of bed.
We'll
You
see.
also know Rua's trancing, so he should also be up by this time.
We'll see who breaks first, I guess.
Roll for painter's check. So it takes a bit between the paint being a different kind of paint than you're used to, and also just the colours that you're trying to use. It's not. This is a completely different realm of existence to what you're used to. Rivers aren't normally meant to be that green. The skies aren't normally meant to be that colour. But in the end, you do make a really good-looking painting. Honestly, you could sell it for a good amount of coin, or trade it if you wanted to. Or, you could use it to help describe what the Land of the Dead is back home when you get back home.
While I'm doing that, is there any sign of movement from Refugule?
even after 2 hours, because I'm going to say it'll take that long,
Yeah.
Refugio still hasn't gotten up. You can tell he's alive because he's breathing. But he's just staying in bed.
Well, I'm just. I guess I'm breaking first. Do you want anything while I'm downstairs, or do you just want to lie in bed? Like the
I'll get up.
weird dreamer person that you appear to be acting like.
He just sits up slowly and just like, I wanted to continue resting. But to be fair, 6 hours is more than enough time. A nice looking work of art you've done there.
Thank you.
I actually did something myself last time I stayed here, and he gets up and reaches for his book, his art book, and he walks over to show you how he's used like one of the pages. He's done like chalk coloring on the paper, and he's done something kind of similar to what you've done. Obviously, you've used paint and stuff, whereas he's used chalk, so it's obviously very different. But you can definitely see like his artistic skill. He might even be a bit better than you.
You'll need to teach me some of the techniques you used here. I'm always looking to get
of
better.
course. I mean, I've done a variety of different ones. As he flicks through some of his pages, give me a perception check to see if there's any that catch your eye. The one that stands out the most to you is the model of what looks like a back tattoo of a dragon. It's been done in pencil.
That looks familiar.
It shouldn't be.
Do you know when you did that?
No,
Hmm.
unfortunately. A lot of these I don't remember. I'm sorry to say, but you haven't actually seen this specific drawing of this tattoo before. It reminds you of like Accra and Rua.
Yeah, that's
like-
the check that I was doing whether Felix would associate.
The thing is though, like, because Accra would have told you during the 6 months. He got it back when he was still called Aster Forest.
Yeah.
So that's over 350 years ago. So the person who would have done his back tattoo is likely dead.
Well, to be fair,
Accra didn't mention it was done by an elf. And he probably would have mentioned that, like, oh yeah, the guy's still alive to my knowledge.
well, the point is we're in the land of the dead. He's not going to be alive.
It's also been so long that he might have reincarnated, because reincarnation is a thing within the setting.
That one's more fair.
Either he's reincarnated or his soul's just completely moved on.
Yeah.
You don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm pretty hungry.
Alright, I'll go check. Oh, I'll go check on Rua. Seamus is still going to be sleeping the day away.
I mean, it's not his fault.
I mean, he could get good.
I mean, sometimes I feel like 4 hours isn't enough rest. I would ask if you've ever been in a bed comfortable enough that you want to stay in, but you don't do that, so that potential question would have been wasted.
I like having things to do.
I do as well, but sometimes it's also just nice to still oneself and just be relaxed and comfortable, safe knowing that whatever you're doing will still be there when you get up.
What's that like?
Comforting.
Huh.
It's nice to have that level of agency over one's life. Even while I am dying and, fading away. After all, I myself can't handle Stacia, and neither can me if my familiars do that together, so I'm not going to rush things right now.
Well, don't worry. You've got us now, and once we meet up with our friends, we probably will be able to deal with it.
I have a mind to suggest when we all awaken that we should probably go out and explore. The people of the town can just tell the others where we've gone, if we don't happen to catch them on the way.
That reminds me, do we know the name of this town? Do towns have names here?
I should have said, actually, the name of this town is called Arata.
Arata.
It's actually from the... Oh, what's the name of the continent again? There's Ralquast, and what's the other two continents? He's genuinely clearly struggling for the name of it.
What was it, Ralquast?
That's the continent of the sea, but there's the other two.
Hatayia?
Hatayia is the planet.
Right, don't know if I wrote this down.
Well, you know what the continent is called that you live on?
Which is...
Tyrol.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, Mill,
I'm the one who
continent...
pays the least amount of attention.
Hey, Mill, what
that.
continent do we live on, real quick? I'm joshing you.
The Arctic?
Imagine. Give me a history check, actually, to try and remember what the name of the other continent is. It's called Soramu.
Right. So I will suggest both of those names.
Soramu, that's the one.
Soramu.
Apparently, the person who founded this town, or at least came across it, was from that continent. Specifically, I never went to the country myself, but I believe it's known as Tengoku Nichikai. It's where I believe all of the people from Tenoyama originated from before they were exiled.
Cool.
It's also apparently the biggest country on said continent, with the biggest military. Although, to be fair, the last time I heard that was a long time ago, so I don't know how accurate that information is.
Neither do I. I've never been there.
Yes, anyway. He gets up and, leaves the room, and you see his bird familiar still, snuggled up, comfortable.
Should we wake them up?
I'm still awake. I sleep at the same length of time as my master does. I just also like being comfortable. Do you know how hard it is to flap these wings all the time?
Is it anything like
not
moving
easy.
legs all the time?
Yeah. I mean, I have legs.
Yeah, I can't deny that. You definitely have legs.
Thank you for noticing. And he just, gets up, rolls his eyes, hops off the thing he was on, and then actually just walks out of the room. Like, he doesn't even fly out.
I really need Dairon and Aldein to get back.
Kind of why I also wanted this group to be separate. I like the idea of Felix being forced to be serious. To be serious. Oh.
Like, are you an adult? You are the adult. Oh no.
He's the oldest party member, for one.
Yeah.
He's the oldest party member, and also, like... Yeah, because normally Felix is allowed to be goofy.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so... You begin to hear the sound of Reficule's knuckles tap against the door, and there isn't a response. And he just like... I guess neither of them are up yet. I mean, what? Seamus has, like, still 2 hours to go?
Yep.
An hour and 45 now at this point.
So,
So, I'm gonna go eat. And you watch as Reficule
5
goes
more
down.
minutes.
Reficule would have done it light enough to not wake you up, but so Rua could hear. And Rua didn't respond, so...
I can't believe that conversation I had with Reficule was only 15 minutes. It felt like a lifetime.
And so, as that happens, eventually, time passes, Seamus, you awaken. As you open your eyes, you see Rua's still in bed, even though he would have had an entire 4 hours over you to be awake. What do you do, Seamus?
I'll just kind of look over and be like, understandable, and then roll over, have a few more minutes of sleep.
We should get up, Seamus. It's been over 4 hours since I've been awake.
I mean, listen, Rua, if you want to hit the snooze button, I mean,
I've hit the
I
snooze
could definitely
button
catch
for
up
4
on
hours.
sleep.
Whatever a snooze button is, I've hit it.
Yeah. How you doing, Rua?
I'm doing. I've got
Alright,
one
alright.
arm. I watched Kuro get absorbed into Ebon. We're in the land of the dead. We're potentially going to seal away my dad. I lost the Moonblade as well. God.
Well, we roll with the punches as best we can, right?
Yeah. I'm hungry though, I need to eat. And you
Yeah,
watch him
let's
get
head
out of bed
downstairs.
and he's fully clothed. And he wasn't fully clothed when he went in bed. So that means he got up, got dressed, went back in bed fully clothed.
Out of character, I totally feel that.
all those days, huh?
Yup.
Would you have left the room, Felix?
So I'm just currently composing a send to Aldein. Just
I
finished,
see.
so I'll just type it out.
While that's happening, I'm just gonna say that because again, none of you need to eat, but Rua and Reficule both just seem to be going through the motions of eating. These people are still eating, even in the land of the dead. And Rua just says like, I'd still rather keep eating because it'll be awful to try and get out of that. To break that habit of just eating when I should do. When we can feel hunger again.
I love that you added the love from Felix at the end. That's great.
I did it to Dairon. I should do it to Aldein as well.
This is true. He did.
Now, Aldein does not deserve love.
be honest, I'm gonna get jealous.
True.
Jelly
he is,
much?
True, he is white.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
It's okay to make that pot shot here.
It's fine. Aldein would have voted for Kamala.
Probably.
So, Aldein, as this happens, you actually you finally come across the bridge. Let me actually, because I figured out how to move people across maps.
Do I receive the sending as we reach the bridge?
I think again, Jack, are you on this map?
Yeah.
Which map?
The bridge.
What
No,
bridge? No.
Okay.
we're on the world map.
Okay. Let me. Is it? Hmm.
I forget. Do Felix and Seamus know that we've met up with Rua's
Scroll.
grandmother?
Scroll through the chat logs while I figure out this thing that I'm trying to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They do.
But I did tell you to kill the bastard.
Okay, so we didn't inform them about the Stacia thing.
I think that was before
No.
the Stacia thing happened.
Yeah, because it's before the stealth check and everything.
How do you spell Tarascify? And also, how do you spell Stacia's name?
So, Stacia,
Thank you. I think I'm just going to improvise Tarascified. Oh, okay, that's more or less how I spelled it.
where is the thing for it now?
Do we know the name of the bridge we're at?
So Karen tells you the bridge is just colloquially known as, the it's just known as the Azure Bridge. So
See if I hit bird count.
how does this? Okay, the thing rolled Roll20's telling me that I can do isn't. It feels like lying, or it's just blatantly wrong. Because it's just not. Play from the player screen onto the
Exactly 25.
Oh, I fucking hate Roll20 sometimes. Because it's just not. Wait.
Not cooperative.
Hmm.
So. Why is it not. One sec, I'm just checking something. Right, so I've moved the party there.
Right, yeah, we're back in the ritual room, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I wanted.
Back in Happy Fun Memory Zone.
That was just a test of your reflexes. Okay, now I see the vision. So, Aldein, again, do you see the map now?
We see the world map.
Yes.
Oh,
Did I get left out of the transportation?
no.
I also only see the world map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
No, I do see the world map. I don't see the regular map.
Okay, I think.
I just am on the world map right now. Based on look at the stream, it looks like Mill is also on the world map.
What happens when I do this?
Okay. See something now.
Okay, I really hate.
Oh, there we go. I see that. I see the bridge thing now.
Yes,
What
now I
the
see it.
fuck?
Mill, feel it. Mill, Seamus, do you see this as well? Mill and
Yes.
Dylan?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I don't know how to split parties because the Roll20 is actually just wrong. Unless they've got rid of that function.
Honestly, it's fine anyway, dude, because I need to be able to see the map anyway for the stream.
Well, no, because I was going to do two separate maps.
Oh.
Oh, that's fun.
So to the side here. I'm in two places at once.
What's that?
There's two Dairon and Aldein tokens.
There shouldn't be. Where's the other Aldein?
Right here.
Yeah, just right at the edge, left edge of the map.
There you go.
Hey!
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
For a second, I
Ivan
thought I had a
Barrows.
twin. What happened there?
Man, this place is trippier than I thought.
Dude, I thought I saw your twin. Have a twin?
No, I don't think I have a twin.
Is that a thing this realm can do?
Some crazy multiverse shit. Anywho,
I'm trying to figure out how to split the party because it's not. Okay. It's just not. Is this because I've.
alright. Aldein just speaks up. We got something from Felix. Says they're in Arata. Arata? I don't know how to pronounce that.
If it's based off the Soramu word, it would be Arata, which is Arata, whatever. You don't need to worry about like.
Gotcha. Yes, that's where they are. They are exploring, but will return to that location. And I updated them with our current location. How far is this bridge from Arata? Arata. Got it.
It's the complete opposite direction, Karen says.
So we're going away from where they are.
You just see Karen, like, put her hand to her face.
Well, we should probably turn around then. Unless y'all really want to cross this bridge. But,
It's
not
a bridge. Why not cross it?
not a lot of places nearby where we can cross back, I gather.
I just heard Seamus. What happened? Why is Seamus here?
Oh,
Man, those
it's the
hallucinations are
ghost of
getting really
Seamus
bad.
past. You guys miss me, so you're hearing my voice.
Man, these hallucinations are gnarly.
I think splitting the party is not something that free players can do. Or they've gotten rid of it because it's just not working, and I'm getting really frustrated because it should be.
It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
It's not though.
Nothing you can really do about it right now.
Yeah. Unless, let me try something. Just if this doesn't work, then I'm just giving up. I will just do whatever. Let me. Is this? Has the map changed for anyone? Who's it changed
Yes.
for?
Yes.
Yeah, it changed.
It's changed from
Everyone?
for me.
Okay. Okay. Roll20's just dog shit. But Foundry wasn't fun to use. I don't know. Anyway. So, as you are at this map, as you see this very thin bridge, yeah, so Karen's just like, fuck's sake, we'll have to go all the way we came. We want to get to him. I mean, the point was to touch base and just see what's happening anyway. After all, my mission is still to try and kill Maratu, but the thing is, at this point, to get to where I was planning on taking us, it's quicker to get to there than it would be to reach Arata from here right now.
Let's do that, and then coordinate a central meeting point later.
We need to
See what they-
rest. So,
And the others have a guide as well. We can rely on you and their guide to bring us to
Yeah.
a common point.
okay. So, as this happens, as the group is debating what to do, excuse me, I burped. Eventually, I say eventually, I'm going to be changing the music. Which is the one I wanted to use. Where is it now? Is it this one? This one. I'll use this one. Fuck it, why not? So, as you guys are talking amongst yourselves, there's the music, by the way. You begin to, well, Dairon and Akra would hear it first, just because of the passive perception. But you hear wings flapping, Dairon. And Akra looks in the same direction as you do at the source. Give me a perception check to see exactly what is causing that flapping.
Sure.
Okay, now I need to get Akra's character sheet and do the same. Fuck. You hear Akra just say,
Well, that's a good sign.
Dairon, you see a very large devil with big red wings holding a large May.
A large what now?
A large mace. You know, not bear mace. But that would be funny.
Just a canister of mace or some shit.
Yeah. That's a pit fiend.
Are we going to fight that, or are we going to run for our fucking lives?
It's not really up to you now, is it, fellow? You hear the voice of the pit fiend as it lands across the bridge.
Damn, man.
I thought I
Just
could smell some powerful people in the area. And who will it be? Oh, of course, Karen Valufran, is that? Oh. Oh, the pit fiend's face changes? I didn't realise. Wait, Akra Everett's dead as well? And who are your tagalongs?
We're not dead, we're just... Is visiting the right word? I don't think visiting is the right word. Involuntarily vacationing.
Karen reaches for her greatsword and just says, "We want no problems. Let us pass and we won't have to fight." And the pit fiend just... Well, the thing is, you've been a thorn in our side ever since you killed one of my colleagues, you know, that orphan from a few months ago. You know, the one that was hunting down Stacia. And you see, I've been tasked to avenge him, and also, you know, bring your head on a pike to him, to my lord. So if you could just, you know, curl up and die, that'd be very appreciated.
That's not very nice.
And Karen just looks behind and says, "Dairon, I'd recommend you find a place to just stick and don't move if you can help it. Aldein, be careful. If you fall, it's an infinite drop. You'll
Then.
You'll land into one of the hells if you fall down."
Noted. I'm just gonna back away.
Dairon's also going to take a step or so back to the right.
Akra just like, "If you want to fight, then we'll give you a fight." Akra just draws his sunblade. "But how about this? You and me have a one-on-one fight, the rest don't get involved." And the pit fiend just... "That's a cute idea, and it's a good thing I'm not alone." And you see two more creatures fly by. Two bony-looking devils with white skin.
Of course this wasn't gonna be easy. Or quick.
And Karen just... Bone devils. "Okay then, if Akra wants to fight you one-on-one, he shall." And as Akra takes a few steps forward, he activates his Avatar of the Elements ability that he used against Eben, forming a pair of silver energy wings. He flies up about 30 feet into the air, as the pit fiend also flies the same amount of height in the air. As this happens, at this point, Felix, you probably would have sent... You might send another sending to the others, because as as you and the rest of your group are getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
You begin to hear screams.
Everybody screams! Everybody screams!
Rua wastes no time going out, and so does Refecule. I assume the two of you also
Yep,
follow?
follow.
I'll move on to the map. As you walk out, you see people running away, and you move over in the direction of the source of the screaming, of what's causing the screaming, and you see a decrepit, I say decrepit, a undead-looking elf with a ghastly-looking paladin that's exuding dark energy walking in front of him.
Oh, good.
Greetings, people of Arata. It is I, Maratu, the Lich Extraordinaire. I have come to broaden your horizons and lighten your day. Surrender your people to me, and I will not destroy these homes. After all, my undead legions need places to rest.
How can you bring light to the day when it's already light?
It's actually night. Or, well, dark skies. But that's neither here nor there. Who are you by any chance? You don't look like you're a spirit. Have you perhaps passed through a life gate?
I don't feel very spiritual right now. I feel pretty solid. Seamus, am I solid?
As solid as an Eladrin painter can be, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a spirit.
Eladrin. I haven't seen one of you since the time I was alive. And Eladrin was the one who killed me.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry, Felix.
My good fellow, how about you rip his head off his body?
How about we rip no heads off of anybody's body, because that gets us nowhere.
Yeah, I'm
was
gonna have
planning
to, turn
My
that
intent,
turn that one down.
my intent was to turn the people here into undead legions anyway, so...
But they're already dead.
You're
Omewa mo
If I
shinde.
can't control them, or do what I would like to them.
Well, you
And it
see,
matters
that's
not.
kind of part of bodily autonomy, is like you can kind of do what you want with your own body and no one can tell you what to do with your
It's fine.
body.
Don't worry anyway, besides I'll need people to throw at Stacia when I try to control him.
You're terrible.
And you see the Death Knight, because you can tell this is some sort of like undead paladin, and Refecure leans in and says, "That's the Death Knight that's under Maratu's control. He's that lich I was saying about that was causing trouble.
Right, do we have a plan to deal with this one?
We kill him."
Alright,
wish we
fit,
had
simple
something
plan.
better.
Good to know. Okay.
Maratu has a bounty on his head. If we can get to one of the major settlements in the area, we'll be able to claim the bounty and we'll get some riches and rewards.
I thought you didn't use money here.
Riches as in resources, not money. Maybe magical items.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
The undead paladin takes a few steps forward and draws his greatsword. And so, between both maps, we're going to do some initiative.
Why do we have to do all the fighting out of the party?
They're also doing fights. So, I will be moving the map across to the others so they can do their initiative. Where is Rua?
Oh, that's
Where is
half decent
Refecule?
initiative.
Yeah, probably going to be better than Aldain's.
Probably. Actually, my track record with initiative rolls has been better of late.
Oh, Refecule is ready.
Mans is locked in.
Rua was even readier.
Super locked in.
I also need to open up Refic's character sheets. That would be very helpful. Not Reficule, the Maratu's character sheets.
Can I get a spelling on Maratu? Ah, okay, there it is. Maratu. Lich. Bad guy.
The Death Knight roll, pretty shit. So let me bring others onto the other map. So these turns will be basically happening concurrently, like... So... Make sure to click on your character.
God damn!
Aldein took your shit talking personally.
I
Decided to
didn't
pop
shit
off.
talk him. What are you? What?
No, he means me. See, the thing is, it was
Okay.
actually reverse psychology. I was saying that so Jack would roll really good.
Nat 20 is the best I've rolled.
But yeah,
Not an
I
issue.
was looking through like undead things and I was like, oh yeah, Pit Fiend, that'll be fun. I knew Gen wouldn't be happy seeing a Pit Fiend.
That's because he knows what pit fiends do.
Maybe like when I come visit you to bring my brass knuckles and show them to you.
Arguably, Pit Fiends are more dangerous than ancient black dragons.
Yes.
Lovely.
I need to do Reficule's tiebreaker for initiative. Because he did roll better than he does have a better score than Aldein. You know, who would have guessed that the caster has a better dex score than a strength attacker? Couldn't be me. So, to start with, Dairon, it's your turn. You have a clear line of sight on these beings.
Hold on, I need to check something. Can I do insightful fighting on this one?
Which Bone Devil? The one on the
I
right?
think-
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
Could actually succeed. No, he can't. He's
Okay.
not that. He's physically not that deceitful. At best, he can get a 27. Okay. So that hit. That sink him.
Let's see here. What's like this direction?
Which direction? So
There's a lot.
these two are basically like I don't want to say settlements, they're basically like guard houses that have been carved from these like rocky fields and mountains.
So kind of like
How high is
gargoyles.
this drop?
Yeah. So you could like hide inside and just peek out and shoot every so often if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But there are people inside. There would be
How
people
high is
inside.
this drop right here?
So the drop would be about, I'm gonna say, 8 feet down. But it gets to there. This is a bit of a step down. Then it's further steps down to in here. If you wanted to, I'd allow you to do an acrobatics check to like drop and try to not take damage if you just wanted to drop down quickly.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. That would be your action though, because you've already done your
That's-
bonus action, haven't you?
That's fine.
One second, sorry. I forgot to loop my music. Which one was it now?
Shadowlands
Yes.
for breath.
Yeah, thank you. I was just so like out of it. I didn't even notice that the song had changed like several times.
No, honestly, I've done that before.
Thankfully, falling is only 10 feet, but still, it's more just so you're not just dropping down, I don't know. So, as you drop down, get yourself ready to fire when the Bone Devils are ready to move, which is their turn. Unless you want to use the rest of your movement to do anything. How far can Bone Devils fly? 40 feet. Fun. The Bone Devils dash. One of them actually... The one that Darren's tagged has kind of landed on the bridge, but is not putting all of its weight on. But they both see you've, like, split off from the group and actually, like, fly at you.
Oh, good.
Meanwhile...
Can I do, like, an athletics check to get down?
You will be allowed to when it's your turn. So, as we cut to the others, Rua, already having attached one of his arms, rushes over. What is... I always forget Rua's movement speed. 55. So we can do that, and then... He'll do that. Rush in and go to there. Rua will do the dodge action.
Rua's not rushing. He's Cordician.
True.
Hold on, I think I have just the right thing for that. There we go.
Just because of the pun? Come on, man.
No.
It was a good pun.
No. I kid.
So,
But also...
Hey, I'm not horny. That bonk is unwarranted.
Let's check.
Proceed, Kaido.
Thank you. I'm glad you gave me permission to continue my campaign.
Hey, the DM doesn't have all the power. This is democracy!
True, I could just decide, oh yeah, power word kill, because that was originally a thing Maratu had, and I took it off. I could just be like, yeah, you die, because you have less than 100 HP, because that's what power word kill does.
Power word kill is broken as fuck.
I mean, it's 9th level. It would be his only 9th level spell. So... Can he... He would know. So he wouldn't do that. Reficule's bird familiar fires out a chaos bolt. You watch as the bird flaps its wings several times, and between its wings it fires out a blast of energy aimed at Maratu.
Alright.
Does an 18 hit? Yes, it does.
That's good.
Yeah. Maratu's just gonna take it. So... And Reficule will do 2nd level, because he's like that. There we go. So I always forget. Chaos Ball. So Because the cool thing about Chaos Bolt is depending on one of the two D8s he rolls, lets him choose the damage type. So he's going to do psychic damage. Because Muratu does not resist psychic. It also so when the bull hits Muratu, he clutches his head in pain as he takes that amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just minus. So he's at that much HP. You notice the bull actually lunges off his body and hits the Death Knight, which lets him do another attack roll. That unfortunately does not hit. You watch as the Death Knight just swings the sword behind him and dissipates the bolt. And Refugio just like, oh, fine. And he... because of the properties of his familiar, he's basically given up his attack to let it attack once.
Alright.
And now he's going to have it do another move. And he is going to activate the Mind Sliver cantrip.
Okay.
Oh no.
That sounds not fun.
Okay, that sounds like nothing to me, but based on everyone's reaction, that's probably pretty bad, right?
on the Death Knight.
It's one of my favorite cantrips.
That's the effect.
It's a good cantrip. At least when it's working for you.
That's a
Because
gnarly
it's
one.
an end save, it's hard to resist.
Why is it?
Oh, it's
I
like
know.
Vicious Mockery, but with a different effect.
Yeah, it's a newer cantrip. It's really good though.
It's from Tasha's, right?
Yeah. Try that again. There we go. Wow, 6, 3, and 6. So the Death Knight hasn't got much in the way of int saves.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
He fails, so he takes 15 psychic damage.
And
The
some
I can't
Death
imagine
Knight-
that's fun.
That's
The
a
Death
lot
Knight-
of damage, holy shit.
The Death Knight clutches its head in pain and just like screams at the agony that Refucule's just put it under. Also, yeah, Refucule's a 15th level sorcerer, so you know. So he has that third cantrip dice.
yeah, that would explain the damage.
He also has 8th level spell.
What?
Yeah, he's that good. He's just a gamer.
Well, he is Lucifer, so.
The bird starts to dab in midair and like cackles like, "Yeah, you little bitch! You didn't think that would hurt, would it?"
Have the bird hit the gritty.
He'd need to land to do that. He like dabs, starts to fall, and then flaps back up to the height that he was at. And the fucking lich like looks at this fucking bird and is like, "Kill the bird first. Make them watch." Meanwhile, Aldein, it is your turn. Let me bring the map back over to you.
I've already started my movement, but I would like to see. So I would make an athletics check to get down, basically, right?
Yes.
Do. Oh, that's not what I want to click on. There we go. Nope.
You tumble over. Thankfully, it's not that high of a drop. The DC is literally 8.
So just roll an 8.
Yes,
a D8.
you did 5. No, I mean the DC was an 8 on the D20.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you would have hurt yourself if you'd have rolled that nat 1.
Wow.
Because you don't have disadvantage, you're fine. Well, no, the 8 would have meant you just passed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I
Yeah.
cannot have damaged myself on that one.
No.
Cool. I
No,
think
yeah,
that's
no,
all but
no.
one of my movements, though.
I mean, it's part of your movement. You can still do actions
I
and
can
bonus
move here.
actions. Well, I'm going to say you can do this as your action or bonus action.
I climbed down using my action because I'm going to use bonus action Shield of Faith
On who?
myself.
Okay. Awesome.
It's my go. I tank stuff.
True. You do. He's putting that on Akra, the tag thing, to his avatar. So that's your turn. Felix.
How do I add a thing? Oh, there we go. Where's that shield thing to do?
Near the bottom.
Super. Oh, there it is.
Speaking of bottoms, not Felix. It's your turn, Felix. What do you do?
So am I able to like move through this area, or do I have to go around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like it's
an overhang?
basically- Yeah, it's an overhang. There's
Alright.
like 2 pillars, so you can like pass through it. Rua just went that way to like split up the attention.
Yeah, yeah. So the rules of spellcasting is you can only do 1 leveled spell a turn, right?
Yeah.
So
But a second spell, that doesn't matter.
No, but I've only got 2 sorcery points, and I would like to save that for if it becomes necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But that should mean that I can cast Shadowblade, because that's a bonus action,
Mm-hmm. And then a cantrip.
and then a cantrip. Firebolt.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Undead Paladin over here.
Firebolto.
Now one's not going to do anything.
You could have just thrown the weapon. You could have literally just thrown the weapon in the same turn. You'd have had advantage. Never change, Mel. No, it's fine. As you toss the fireball, you just watch as again the Death Knight just swings his sword again and just smashes against the firebolts. It looks over to you for a moment before then focusing its ire. I say its attention at Rua. Now, the Pit Fiend's turn. The Pit Fiend actually just like, worry not, Akra. I will wait for you to approach before we begin our duel.
Is this
Oh,
the-
are you approaching me?
Damn it. Beat me to it.
And he will simply do the dodge action for now. Seamus.
Yes.
Seamus the Seaman.
The Seaman. No.
Seaman.
Not multiple. We're Seaman.
How many jokes throughout history do you think have been made about the homonyms that is seaman and seaman?
I mean, South Park's done it.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do, Seamus?
Let's see. Just so I'm clear, this blue outline guy, that's Reficule?
Reficule.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And then we got Rua and Felix. Okay, so these two are the guys we're going for. How far away? Because, like, y'all know me. My style is just blast them.
Yeah. Fun fact, I was originally going to do Helmed Horrors, which are one of the few enemies in the game that have a complete immunity to force damage.
That would
That
have
would
been
have
rough.
nerfed. Yeah. That
That
would
would
have
have
nerfed his
nerfed the
shatter
absolute
strategy.
fuck out of me.
But it also would have affected Rua, because Rua can do force damage.
So I'm
Not
gonna
as much
use
as
Eldritch
you.
Blast on the guy that's closer to us. I can't
The
really mark him
Death
right
Knight.
now because I might sheet out, but
Yeah, it's fine.
does a 22 hit?
Does.
Just 12.
12's good, though.
Just 12, I should say. And
Um,
then another one, 25. If 22 hit, 25 also does hit. So let's go ahead and do 10.
I'm sorry to say, but that's not true.
You're funny.
Yeah, I am. Someone else.
And Bardic Inspiration to Felix.
The Death Knight recoils as you hit it twice with your blast of energy, and it just looks over past Felix at you, Seamus. The Lich, which...
The Lich Witch? The Witch Lich?
Actually, the Lich does have a better AC, but I'll just leave it for now. Fuck it. Does he just cast that immediately? That'd be so fucking funny if he did.
Oh no. Don't give yourself ideas, please.
Actually, let me grab a token.
Oh boy.
You'll see that, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah, I see it. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have moved.
No, he's pissed off at Refugule. Let me check the range, though.
Just as you do, counterspell.
So, he's moving back. He's not cast it yet.
Right.
Oh, fuck, it doesn't matter anyway. So yeah, you can count a spell in. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
You're lucky.
Yes.
He was gonna cast Cloud Kill.
Yay!
I'm just moving this over here.
Yeah,
for the
that's
sake-
fine,
I was ready
fine,
with Counterspell as well, just for the record.
We might want that for Fireball or something to that effect.
You were too far away.
No, isn't it 120?
No, it's 60.
Or is it 60?
It's
60
60.
feet.
Fuck. Okay, so I would have been too far away.
If it was
Alright, good to know.
120, it really would be broken.
You bastard.
Yes.
I'll get you. Get him. Now.
I thought you wanted to get the bird.
I'm allowed to be picky. And besides, it's on the way for him. Meanwhile, Karen just like... For some reason, I feel like I'm glad I'm in this fight and not another one.
Yeah, I feel like this is a better fight.
This feels like it's, yeah.
Karen
It's a less
moves
consequential one.
forward
Really?
and will Misty Step. No, she won't. What will Karen do? Karen will Misty Step, because then she's going to cast Destructive Wave. Because she's like that. No. There we go. I love Destructive Wave. I love Big AoE.
Spell.
So it's 30-foot radius. 3 and yeah, that hits both. He smashes her blade into the ground, and she does a wave of energy that blasts from her. Excuse me, that wasn't the wave. It just belches. Now, both these fellows have to make a con save. I need to remind myself what the con save of a bone devil is. Alright, but not that good.
What is a con save? Conceptually.
They both fail, so that's the that's the conception.
The Immaculate Conception?
No. It's such a creepy concept anyway, to me.
Hey, God got you pregnant?
So this
Something Zeus, something golden shower.
So this is thunder damage. This is radiant damage.
I don't think that gets women pregnant, dude.
So that's
Knock, you're not Zeus.
so they take 46 radiant, so 46 damage in total. Both are knocked prone. Because he's technically not on the full thing, he actually falls down.
Hmm.
To the abyss.
He also falls down. I always forget what the rules is with falling and flying.
If you're
So okay,
if your speed is reduced to 0, then
unless it otherwise loses the ability to move. If a flying creature falls, a flying creature in flight falls if it's knocked prone, if its speed is reduced to 0, or if it otherwise loses the ability to move, unless it can hover or is held aloft by magic. Not that case. So
Oh, so there's actually a D&D precedent set for stalls. That's actually insane. I didn't realize that.
so
Because if you're not like a hovering thing.
So the one that's actually flying falls into the abyss.
Right.
Let me just check something though. Where is the? So he's just gone. He's just basically gone to another plane of hell. The other one is falling off though, and I'm gonna let him do a dex save to see if he actually stays on.
Sorry, I know you guys are tired of the puns, but oh my god, he's falling off. He's losing followers.
Yeah. L plus ratio plus he fell off.
There we
Just get
go!
save.
Thank you, Kaido. Thank you for being
You're
understanding.
welcome. So he's hanging on oh fuck, oh shit. Help me!
No.
And you just see the pit fiend really? Really? Fucking hell, fine. Meanwhile, back in Arata, the Death Knight begins to march in the direction of Felix, taking a swing at the Bird of Vicious Intent. Is that what I called it?
Like Boy Scouts in summer?
No, Vicious Cunning, that was it. So the Death Knight will make a attack. Death Knight. Or does he just do Destructive Wave? What would be the... No, it wouldn't hit everyone. Would be funny, but no.
I remember the last time we fought against a paladin that had destructive wave. It was not fun.
Think of it this way, Jack. You'll eventually be able to spam the fuck out of it yourself.
Do you remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
God, it's a plus 11 to hit. No, plus 10.
Don't remember that, but I do remember the 21st night of September.
So he hits the bird, dealing... How much damage is it? 2 of that, plus... that, for... So both of them hit. Within a few hits, he just cuts the bird in two, and it just, like...
Rip.
Literally.
Refiku's just like, God damn it. Do I really want to have to waste energy to bring him back? And then the Death Knight advances another step in your direction, Felix. Before then, with its free hand, magic gathers in its hand as it casts a spell. But
Alright.
you can't because you...
Yeah, I know.
you
Someone else can, though.
Classic, I can't, but he can.
Refiku can't.
No,
he
but there
misty
is...
steps in front of you.
Ah, no, that's fine then. I thought I was going to do something that was actually going to hurt.
Yeah, true. That won't hurt you. Why did I close the turn order like a
I don't know.
dickhead?
I did wonder.
Akra's turn. Akra just, like, looks at the pit fiend and says, if you want to surrender, I'm still willing to do it. And the pit fiend's like, no, it's fine! It's like, Akra's just like, fine, okay. As he, like, flies at the pit fiend. Now I have to check all of the abilities that Avatar of the Elements has again. Oh, he can't do that when it's on the ground.
Oops.
Actually, no, he can just fucking water whip. Yeah, Akra just uses water whip. Just send them all to another hell. Okay, it's a key point. Yep, that's fine. So, water whip as a bonus action. Chow. Doesn't matter, because the real damage comes from the prone. The Pit Fiend actually has a good dex save, a +8, but doesn't have any legendary resistances. Huh? Let me do that again.
Or what?
The Pit Fiend is knocked prone and begins to plummet.
Oh god, what is this fight? This is a comedy fight.
Oh, my back! As he falls down and goes into the abyss. As he does, you see a bit of his hand pop up, and he, like... You can't tell what he's trying to do with his hand, because neither of you can see it from this angle, but, like... He's just reaching out last moments as he just goes into another hell. At that point, Akra just looks at the Bone Devil and says, "You might as well just follow them. It's better than permanently being dead." And the Bone Devil's like, "You know what? You make a good point." And just combat is over. Congratulations, you survived an encounter with a pit fiend.
Dairon just like blinks and like turns to Aldein and goes, "What?"
This normally
I
doesn't
have
happen.
no idea what just happened, but I am not complaining about the results.
Karen just
Neither
says
am I, but
this normally doesn't happen with pit fiends.
I can only imagine pit fiends are usually more difficult.
From
this
what you said
feels
about,
too easy.
they are stronger than some ancient dragons.
Just in case.
You see that you can't see past the abyss.
As we kind of walk across, can I just keep an eye out just in case?
Akra's still like got his flight and his ability, and he's like glancing around to make sure.
I'm also going to. Not that I don't trust him, but
Yeah,
I'm also gonna look
It's me.
around.
wrong character sheet. You just watch as Akra puts away his sword, and he's doing his eyes as if he's got binoculars. Like he's got his hands over his eyes like binoculars.
How exactly does that work?
Belief.
Righto.
When you can fly at the cost of a few key a day, then come back at me, Aldein.
I'm not complaining.
Good, don't.
Otherwise, you
Or else.
you might find yourself getting fucking Gandalfed.
Who knows? Maybe
Dragon
you'll
in the
actually meet
abyss.
the ancestral parent of Zaris and Oriana.
So, you want to go out with my great granddaughter, eh?
Aldein has to fight the entire lineage.
God. Let's not.
Just
Maybe-
Grandpa go on his way through.
As you guys like continue along your journey, we'll just focus on this group for a bit. You know,
Yeah.
as the turn leaps around to Rua, Rua's just like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll just."
How good are your jumps? Oh, okay.
As Rua just runs at him, Marisu's like, "Wait, no, protect me!" And Rua's just gonna like punch the shit out of Maratu with his Ravager arm. And a 1. Let's try this again. Let's
Try this again.
because at this point he does use a key point
Yeah.
for 10 damage though. He does max.
Cool.
He does max damage. He's kind of gaming, and he's
Congratulations.
also gonna do another key point to do stunning strike. Now Maratu must make a con save. Where is the tab? It's that tab. There we go. What is Maratu's con save? It's a +10, and he also has a legendary resistance. He rolled a nat 16. So that's Rua's turn. Reficule, now it is his turn. Reficule gathers dark energy within his hands, and you see his shadow actually move off his body and form into a creature as he activates his Beast of Ill Omen ability, summoning a Displacer Beast.
Oh, those are fun.
Not a
That
kitty
sounds
weapons.
ominous. Out of character, what is that?
You'll find out.
So he basically summons a shadowy panther that has, like, I believe it's two tailed, fawned tails that look like whips.
So a little bit like a chimera?
Kind of.
Like Greek mythology chimera, I mean, where it's
Well,
got like the poison tail or whatever?
Kind of, yeah. But the body is also like wobbling in place as if it's like an illusion or like a hallucination.
Oh, so like Edge of Tomorrow. You know how like the monsters in that one had like
Yes.
the kind of shimmery bodies? Is it kind of like that?
Kind of. It's
Okay.
displaced, you could argue. You could even say.
Okay, that's a good enough of a picture. Thank you.
Dylan, did you watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yes.
There's
So
a
the
displaced beast in that.
yeah, the Displacer Beasts, the ones from the maze.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the names of those things. Okay,
Yeah.
it makes
It's
sense
not-
now. Thank you.
No worries.
So the beast moves along and finds itself behind the Death Knight. It will make a whip to begin with a 25, thank fuck, for 11 slashing damage, and a bite, which also hits. So, to describe the ability that Reficule's done, this creature can be summoned within 120 feet of him. It appears with temporary hit points equal to half his sorcerer level, which would be 7. It can move through other creatures and objects if it's difficult terrain, and it automatically knows its target's location. So it's basically acted immediately after Reficule.
Can I just say, for some reason, I thought Maratu had summoned the kitty weapons, and I was starting to get
No.
real worried, and then got confused about why the kitty weapons were stood behind the paladin.
As this
I love that you
happens-
call it kitty weapons.
It's the
what
kitty
everyone calls
weapons.
it. As this happens, Seamus, you see Reficule is coughing in pain, and he's actually holding his chest as like blood is leaking from his mouth.
So in other words, he's low on health. Maybe I'll use Healing Word on him. Oh, no, you know what? Eldritch Blast. Let's go.
I can keep-
You gonna
This is the
Eldritch
only
Blast
damn-
Reficule?
This is
Yeah,
the only,
why not?
This is the only damage I've taken. Save your energy for elsewhere.
Fair enough. Okay.
Felix, it's your turn. You now have flank. So even if you didn't have advantage to
Yeah.
hit, you do.
Well, first things first, with my bonus action, I'm going to use a new ability that I have not used yet. One that I
No,
am
you're
still
not.
very grateful you gave me, because I'm
No,
going to
you're not.
activate Blade Song.
Oh.
Blade Song's a cool one.
That sounds fancy.
He's the better singer now. Seamus' competition.
Hey. Can I see the description of it, though?
So this is a very pared down version of it, because you're supposed to actually get it at 2nd level. But I was pathetic enough that Kato gave
Mill
me
begged hard enough.
Gave
that
me-
I was like, sure, fine.
gave me just one part of it, which is the bonus to the AC. Admittedly, I thought I'd used it before now, but apparently, yeah, I never actually got a chance.
Eben kind of went down like a bitch by
Yeah.
design.
But basically, what it means right now, I get a +4 bonus to my AC, which I may need against this guy.
Yeah,
It's not a bad one.
helps.
Anywho. Nope.
That does not hit.
Actually, no! I've got Bardic Inspiration.
Yes,
What
use
is
it.
A D10 now.
Yes.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
However,
Oh.
as a reaction, he parries your attack,
Ah, damn. Oh well.
Bullshit.
adding 6 to its AC.
Fuck.
But you've used its reaction. You know, its reaction that's coming up very soon again.
Yeah.
Seamus, it's your turn. To be fair, parry
Ladies-
also
ladies
only
and
works with
gentlemen.
melee attacks.
Mm.
You already know what it is.
He Dark
First I was
Souls
standing
parries
there.
you.
And then I started blasting.
At who?
The guy that's right in front of Felix. The
F9.
guy that I blasted last turn.
Yeah,
24!
yeah, that hits. Oh,
Whee! I like that.
That's a
really
nice and
damage.
spicy Eldritch Blast.
But that probably doesn't hit, does it?
Regretfully, no.
Alright, and Reficule said he's okay, correct? Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't need healing? Okay.
He's only coughing up blood, but he's fine.
That doesn't sound like fine, but okay. I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Reficule then.
Can I use a free action to tell Seamus something?
Okay.
Move closer to the caster. To the lit. To Maratu.
This guy, the one that Rua's fighting?
The one that's very counterspellable.
Yes.
Reficule says.
Then I will use the rest of my turn to move. Let's see.
Please don't
could
go
just move,
horizontally.
There, and then you're within. Oh no, you're not. Wait,
Yeah, I need to get like
You-
out here basically.
you'd have to be like there, and then 60 feet.
So yeah, just go this way.
I'm not
I'll
gonna
be
do
right-
that. I'm gonna go this way
Like,
because that's 55 there.
Unfortunately, you don't have Misty Step.
you also can't move through buildings.
Really? Oh, I thought that you could move through buildings.
You
That's
could go there,
unfortunate.
but then you don't have line of sight.
I'd be able to fix that at the beginning of my next turn, but yeah, for now that's probably my best bet. I think. Well, actually, no. I think there's 60 or 30.
You
Not straight line, but I would go 10 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
He, like, who are you, elf? And he will, Oh no, wait, this is the wrong character sheet. I was like, why can he cast Banishment? Wait, no.
No.
Oh no!
Actually, no, Banishment technically wouldn't even send Rua back to the Prime, because his body's technically based in the Land of the Dead because of the Life Gate. So instead, he will just... Is that an attack roll? Yeah. Excuse me. Maratu's going to force Rua to do an intelligence saving throw. No? Oh no. Okay. No, he just... Okay, so he just clicks his fingers and casts a spell. As like runes are forming around Rua's feet. And he casts Maze.
As in corn?
So now Rua's just gone.
Dick.
And he's just like...
I love how the little detail of the Minotaur automatically succeeding.
Yeah, Garistro is just a demonic Minotaur.
That 100% tracks.
The Lich then moves further away. Behind the back of this house, as he's like outwardly peeking out of the corner.
What a
Wow,
bitch.
what a punk ass bitch.
The Death Knight.
Seamus says as he's cowardly peeking around the corner of a house.
I mean,
Sorry,
I didn't want to accuse you. I didn't want to accuse you of cowardice so blatantly, but you know, if you're just gonna say it, yeah, I agree.
Let's be real. Seamus is the closest thing to Usopp we have in our party.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Rua at the
Except
gates
I
of-
don't have the god Usopp reputation.
Rua at the gates
Rip.
of Black Rain burned down that flag.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast,
Nobody in our party is goofy enough to be Luffy, though. I will say.
No.
Felix is kind of.
Still no.
Rua's kind of the mix of Luffy, and I'd also say
Shanks. He's like Luffy
Yeah.
the way Shanks wanted him to be.
So the Death Knight is going to do a funny.
Oh. Am I going?
Do you know
to...
how I did Destructive Wave earlier with Karen?
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
as a treat.
Yeah. Does Seamus get hit through the building?
No.
So it says creatures you choose.
But does he choose me? Is the real question.
You know what? He's actually just going to walk past, taking attacks of opportunity, just so he can then see Seamus.
Why? What did I do to him?
That one
annoyed
hit.
him.
Yeah, it hits. Oh, no, it's actually not that great.
No.
It's,
There's one
it's
8,
good.
but then the rest of them are kind of shit. For a 4d8, 16 is not great.
You can tell though, the Death Knight is actually injured.
Hmm.
Like, he's not looking great.
Yeah.
The Kitty Whippin will do an attack miss. Anyway. Now he'll do Destructive Wave.
Hmm.
And at this point, Refecule casts Counterspell
Oh, good.
at 5th level, knowing what he's going to do. I think he moved into my range like a fucking idiot. Then again, he would have also...
Yeah, to
Then
be
he's like,
fair,
you know
I
what,
think he was
actually,
in your
no, he
range
would have
anyway.
also- Yeah, he was, but anyway.
I mean, I don't deny the idiocy part, but, you know.
He then just advances 10 feet closer. It's like, fuck. Rua must now make an intelligence check.
I
DC 20.
I don't believe Rua's intelligence was the best.
Rua's actually got +1 to his int.
I was gonna say, like, he's a king. He should have decent intelligence.
It's not the worst, but it's not the best. He got fucking close, to be fair.
No, he just has to beat the
No,
yeah,
he has to get more than 20.
That's nuts.
So he has to
That's
roll
why
a 19 or higher.
You know what's a really nasty combo
Hmm.
that I saw in a campaign that I played in?
Go on.
Is Feeble Mind plus Maze.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my god.
So even
Yeah,
after the maze ended for only 10 minutes, they still had to deal with then being feeble-minded.
Yeah.
So that
Evil
It's
Mind is a
it
gnarly
was
spell.
basically the Gojo prison realm because they basically did it to a DMPC. Like the DM did it to a DMPC that the
Yeah.
party had relied on,
Hmm.
and then punished them for relying on them too much.
Mm.
Because at that point they were feeble-minded anyway.
Oof.
I will say that's good on the DM though, but bad on the DM for even like getting to that point that they're relying on the DMPC that much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's why he did it because it was like his course correction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Refugee
But yeah, Feeble Mind is a nasty spell.
Now it's his turn. He's going to do some shocking grasp. And that's 13 lightning damage. And he just like... Actually, I should get rid of this aura, because it's completely worthless now.
A little bit right now.
At least until I use Shatter.
Oh no.
Refik just runs away like, no, go away. And because the kitty whipping acts immediately on his turn, it's going to pass through the barrow, the thing, the wheel, the carriage,
Mhm.
the cart, the thing, the object, and goes to attack the Death Knight with a whip, and it hits. He's hitting the whip.
Watch me whip.
I only just considered that as a meme. Wow, damn, this bitch is fucking popping off. That's 19 damage in total. You hear groaning from the Death Knight as it seems to be quite injured. Felix, it's your turn.
Boop. Do I want to do this?
I have very little doubt.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna quicken spell Steel Wind Strike. Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about that.
Okay.
That's why
so
I
you do-
pooped.
So you Steel and Strike only at the Death Knight.
Yeah,
yes?
yeah.
Fair enough.
There isn't enough people around for me to do more of it, but you know. Yeah. Sort of what I figured would happen. But I can still go there. And because I quicken spell, I still have my action, and I can still attack.
You can.
That's better!
Let's fucking go. Holy fuck, how much damage is that?
41?
41.
You almost cleave the Death Knight in half. You do like the II jutsu, and the Death Knight just bursts out in blood. And you can see him basically using his greatsword like a cane.
Oh, that's a picture perfect.
You just hear from Maratu over in the distance, holy shit!
Just popping the fuck off.
Felix has that sneaky damage.
Seamus, it's your turn. You could
Yes,
probably
it
kill the
is.
Death Knight if you really wanted to. But you also know that Maratu's the reason Rua's vanished, and you don't know how.
That's my thoughts exactly. Now, question. If I were to move, like, right here, is that clear line of sight, or is he still around the corner of that other building?
I'm gonna say it's line of sight.
You
Line
don't
of
have
sight,
to move
I'm
a
gonna
little
say
bit
this
closer.
isn't. I'm gonna say this isn't walls. This is like arched.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Like,
thinking. Like, that's
the
just like a
paths.
courtyard or something.
Yeah.
But if I was here, that's still 65 feet. But if I was here,
You.
that's 60 feet. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's 60. If I get right up against the wall there.
you could.
So I think I'm going to do that.
I mean, you have 120 feet of Eldritch Blast.
I'm thinking more for other things, you know?
Like
Like, maybe I want to put an end to this fight right now and just go, shatter at 9th level! No, I'm kidding. I don't have 9th level spell slots.
I was gonna say, when did you get 9th level spells?
Yeah, I do think... Let's see...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most classes don't
Shatter's
get
about
their-
the only thing I can actually do, like, major damage to him with, but I'm gonna just blast him. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Ooh, yay!
Which is why you cast Shield.
5 damage.
No, you
No,
cast
you
Shield.
cast shield, so you don't actually
Oh,
hit.
so it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So then the next 18 also doesn't hit.
No. He has plus
Damn it.
5 to his AC.
Mhm.
Screw
Oh.
you! I'm gonna go back and hide behind the building again.
You
Now
could
it's
have
his turn.
counterspell.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm staying in counterspell range. I'm not using a counterspell for a shield spell though. Like that seems no. That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny.
Also, I just double checked. Most classes don't get their highest level spell slot until level 17.
I do
Yeah.
think I will eventually get a 9th level spell slot, but it's
Level 17.
Yeah. Not anytime soon, in other words.
Correct. I just got 3rd level spell slots. Like, the previous level, so...
Good for
Yeah.
you.
What's Seamus's maximum HP?
I don't want to answer that question. I'm scared.
But you
I mean,
have
I'll
to.
just check the character sheet.
It's at 79.
Okay. I'm gonna be shiced then.
You're terrible. Am I gonna
Yeah.
counterspell something right now?
Probably.
Can I counterspell something right now? Whatever
Probably.
you're gonna do, I want to counterspell it.
You watch as Muratu brings his hand over his head, points a finger, and points it at you, Seamus, and casts a spell at you.
Counterspell, 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 counterspell.
Roll charisma.
This is going to be a rough one if you don't do this. If it's what I think it is.
I mean, he has some pretty good charisma modifier, so...
22.
Oh boy,
You
thank God.
You don't get fingered to death.
Yay!
Hypothetically, let's see what would have happened.
What? Is that disintegrate?
No, it's finger of death.
Finger of death, okay.
So
Disintegrate's also a nasty one.
yeah,
What does
78
Finger
plus
of Death
30.
do? Ah!
That's actually a really bad
Yeah, that was a
roll.
shit roll. That was dog shit.
If that's a shit roll. Hey, none of those would have killed me, thank God. None of those would have killed me, but I would have been in big trouble if it was 64 or 67.
So
What,
if,
you've
if
been,
it,
I would have been down below 20.
yeah, Dylan,
Actually,
Dylan, if it
I'd be
had
down below
killed you,
15.
if it had killed you, you would have risen as a zombie at the start of his next turn.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's gnarly.
So we
Yeah.
would have had to old yell at you.
Seamus would have been gone.
Yeah, no, that's a gnarly one.
Actually, to be fair, Seamus would have had a chance at a con save.
Yeah, true.
What's he con like? Not very good, if I remember correctly.
Well,
It's a
this is
-1.
The DC 20 spell save.
Or actually,
Yeah.
no, that's my strength. My con is not much better.
Mm.
I think my con's at a 1.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, he just casts that and you barely block it, you parry it. You do the Daigo parry, like just happened to Jay Wong.
Perry? Perry the platypus?
Parry's a platypus!
Speaking of parrying, it's the Death Knight's turn.
I imagine he's kind of pissed off that I nearly bisected him.
Yeah. Which is why I just need to get something back up again.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna destructive wave again.
Hey, Reficule!
Yes, I know. As he does it again. Reficule burns his second 5th level spell slot. Which is also his last 5th level spell slot. I mean, he has higher level spell slots, but like, not one of the equivalent.
Not one that he wants to use to save little old us.
And yeah, that's that. Rua must now make another intelligence check.
Come on, Rua. You can do it. Nope, you can't do it.
How did I get lost now? I was doing so well! Reficule. Let me see. Reficule's gonna run in. And he goes for a shocking grasp. Would that help? So you watch as the Death Knight tries to parry Reficule's shocking grasp, but he moves at such a speed, he actually basically passes through the Death Knight's hand as it disintegrates, and he jams his hand right in the Paladin's chest. He pulls out his hand from its, like, you know, solar plexus, and the Death Knight just crumbles into dust.
Damn.
I think I need to sit down for a bit.
You got it, we should, maybe stay, within 60 feet, just in case.
I know we're not done. So now that the Death Knight is dead, the Hound actually vanishes. The beast, as it was targeted on the Death Knight.
Yeah.
So now it's Felix, it's your turn.
Okay. What can I do from this range?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah, damn.
How far away am I actually? 85 feet. You know what's a good 90 feet spell? Chromatic Orb.
You gonna Krob in?
Yeah.
It's Corbin time.
I loved the part when Felix said it's Krobbing time and Krobbed all over the bad guys. Sadly, he did not Krob today.
No.
As you
Rip.
fire it, it doesn't even get halfway before it just dips into the Mountain Dew River.
Huh.
The Baja Blast?
You tried to Baja Blast him, but instead you misfired.
Distance is weird here. Anywho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Seamus,
Yeah.
it's your
Seamus, what?
turn.
It's my turn? Oh my god. What am I gonna do? Oh no. There's so many enemy. I'm
Man,
surrounded.
shit yourself. No, power word shit yourself. I mean, that's basically just power word stun.
Power word, fill your pants. Eldritch Blast. 16 does not hit. 22?
That hits. He's not wasting another spell to cast shield on just that. But now he has to make
Exactly.
a con save
Yeah.
11.
with his fat con mod. Because he has actually got a really good con mod.
I gotta remind myself of what something does.
And he more than succeeds. So he still gets to hold on to
Maze.
Maze, yeah. It is Muratu's turn. Muratu will
Question.
answer.
Is anything Muratu is about to use, like, require a roll? From Muratu himself?
Probably not.
No? Okay then.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
that depends, actually. I don't know.
What's he gonna do then?
I'm checking his character sheet.
Come on, man, you're the DM, you're supposed to know all this information off the top of your head.
I'm guessing Maratu is a little, stunned that his
As he flicks through his spell book, he's like, fuck.
his undead
Fine.
paladin
You know
just sort of
what?
got murdered.
You know what? Turn to dust. And he
Uh-oh.
points at you, Seamus.
Counterspell.
Counterspell, okay. Roll the fucking charisma check.
Oh my god, Dylan.
He's trying to disintegrate. Oh,
Oh,
Counterspell.
Are you in range?
Yeah,
So you are.
55 feet.
As that happens, Seamus, you feel the fear of God. Until nothing happens, because Felix counterspelled it.
Yay! Thank you, Felix.
Is
You're
it
my
only 5th
savior.
level? Oh,
Oh.
cool. Phew.
that was just...
Oh,
I
no,
thought
wait,
disintegrate was a
no.
much higher level spell.
Yeah, you have to roll intelligence check, sorry. It's 6th level.
Okay.
Save me, Felix.
Sorry, Seamus. I did my best.
So, yeah, 6th level.
So, deck save?
It's actually an attack roll. I forgot. No, wait, yeah, deck save. Yeah. Seamus must roll a deck save. Don't forget, you do have inspiration. Not like it. Yeah, you need it. Oh, actually, DC
I
20.
don't have inspiration. I think I used it last round.
Well, no, you
Last,
have. No, I meant as in proper inspiration, but
Yeah,
you don't.
like-
It's little head.
No, I don't.
It wouldn't have helped anyway.
So,
Does an 18 save me?
No.
No, because it's DC 20,
Fuck.
presumably.
You better hope you can tank this, because otherwise you're fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a public roll.
Oh, no.
You used up all the bad rolls already. It's not about to be a bad roll, is it?
So 10d6 plus 40.
Yup.
That'll
Yeah,
kill
disintegrate is a gnarly one.
Yeah.
And yet it's somehow lower level than Finger of Death.
Yeah, Finger of
That
Death
is
is slightly
weird.
nicer.
Oh, I do survive it!
You
Holy
lucky
shit.
bitch. You
Here they
lucky
go.
bitch.
Here they go. Oh yeah, 79.
Dylan,
I have
do
6
you know what happens?
HP left!
Dylan, do you know what happens if you hit 0 with disintegrate?
You're gone forever, Aaron
You
Hernandez?
turn to dust.
Yeah, gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
Well, you can be brought back, but you need a true resurrection or a wish, basically. Which is,
Neither of
Not-
which is easy to come by.
yeah, I'm pretty sure true resurrection is only like a cleric or druid spell.
Yep. A
And
ninth
it's
level.
ninth level.
And requires, what is it? Sprinkle of holy water and diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold.
Your will to survive is so strong, Seamus. You feel your body breaking down, but you pass. You live on. You know you can't fail. And Maratu looks frightened of you.
Just because I survived it?
Yeah, because it fucking disintegrate.
Disintegrate is a gnarly spell, dude.
Your massive
Yeah.
cock blocked most of the damage, clearly.
At what cost, though?
Huh, that kind of tickled.
That kind of
That's just
tickled as he's
coughing up
like,
blood.
as he's covered in blood.
Can I use like a
Rua
deception check or
Oh god,
something?
it was okay.
Reficule is just like, holy fuck, what are you people?
Very stubborn.
Apparently so.
Too dumb to die.
Also true.
Too smart to live, but too dumb to die.
You know what, Felix? Just end this already, and you get haste.
Oh, goody.
Oh,
Something that I never use. Sorry, guys. I just save all my 3rd level spell slots for counterspell.
Well, you can toss 2 thingies. You could toss 2 shadow blades.
Well, I could Misty Step.
That too. Tossing it would do the same damage though, but yeah. Yeah, you have double your movement speed. You now have even more AC because it stacks.
Well, it's +2, isn't it?
Yeah,
So yeah, I've got a 23 AC right now.
more than Akira does normally.
This is what we could
I wish-
have, Seamus, if you used haste more often.
You're right.
What does Felix do?
Oh,
Because it's your turn.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, I believe, there. And then
Yeah.
Misty Step to... Hi, friend! Let me just mark that Misty Step off. And a boop.
Yeah, that hits.
24 psychic damage.
So that is... Oh, he has to actually beat a 12.
Yeah.
Which is still...
Yeah,
Kind of easy for
you still
him.
probably should do it, but you know.
He nat 20s.
He really doesn't want Rua coming back.
Hit again.
Oh, wait, I do have inspiration. I do have proper
No,
inspiration.
you have advantage.
Oh,
'cause
yeah, I
it's
do.
dark enough.
Oh, yeah, cool, awesome, great.
So then you can save your inspiration for later.
Now he's got to beat a 24.
24. Oh my god.
For
So
48 damage
that's
total.
48 damage. Holy fuck. That's more than half his current HP.
Love that.
24 times 3, isn't it? 'Cause you attack twice.
Well, no, because
Yeah.
so it's 3 24s overall, but for this attack, the con check he's got to beat is 24. Because it's half the damage.
Oh my god.
He's actually at single digit HP.
Oh, damn it.
Magic Pixel.
No. No, he's not. But, he rolled a 13.
So back comes Rua.
Wait, no, sorry. He got a natural 13 plus 10.
So 23.
Damn it.
Rua still comes back.
Yeah, and he's right inside you. Oh wait, no, I put
Phrasing.
I put you on the GM layer.
Oh no, I disappeared instead.
Swap.
As you both occupy the same space, you're both going to take 5 force damage.
Alright.
That is a thing that happens with things.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I'm gonna say you both so
Yeah.
you both take 5 force damage. We're just like, what the fuck just happened?
I'll have a good old telefrag, am I right?
I don't know, but I'm doing really well today. Also, Seamus nearly died.
Again?
A little bit.
I mean, to be fair, we all nearly die, but okay. Seamus, it's your turn.
Already? Wow. That was quick.
There isn't
Oh,
that
wait,
many
no, their
people in the
fight's already
turn
done,
order. Yeah, there aren't that many people
I
in
was
the
gonna
turn
say-
order, so...
You could take this fucker out. You could kill Maratu right here and now.
Or you could save yourself.
How often is it that I'm the person that deals the last blow to a big enemy? I feel like that's happened more than a few times at this point.
Be fair, we've been in a
Lance,
lot of
does
fights.
17 hit?
No.
Worth a shot. Let's try another one. That doesn't hit either. Alright,
No, you hate to see it.
now I'm gonna run away. I'm behind the building now.
As it's Maratu's turn, what does he do?
Oh, actually, wait. Quick retcon. Before I nope out of there, I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on, Wait, let me go
Rua
back to
deserves the KO at this point.
I was gonna say, no, I'm gonna use it on Rua if I'm in range. I am in range. Rua gets it.
Oh, he's like, thank God, I want to do something.
Or
Um, Poor Rua. At this point, Marasu's just gonna be like, just fucking die! And he casts Cloud Kill.
Shit, I don't have a
Counter
counterspell right
spell?
now.
Or does he? Or does he? Because Refecule pumps
Come
out
on.
his 6th level spell slot to do it. And he's just like, fuck you, you undead cunt. And as Maratu stands there, you watch as Rua slides in from behind. And he throws the hardest punch he ever can do.
You ever done did?
One of Saitama's serious punches.
Oh my
Hey
god.
Jack, did we tell them about Muratu?
Who the fuck's Muratu?
Oh my god.
I think he's dead now.
So fun fact, he had 8 HP.
Damn, I needed to hit him once and get like a semi-decent roll.
So he like donkey punches Muratu, and as Muratu turns to look at him, you watch as Rua rips him in half. But Felix,
Fatality.
it isn't viscera that comes out of his body when he's ripped in half. And that not because he's... How do I describe it?
Right then, she black. Yep, okay.
Basically, snow comes from his body.
Snow?
Huh.
Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
God damn
And
it.
all of the features on his body turn into snow, as if he was always a snowman.
Do you want to kill a snowman?
Happy birthday!
And at
Frosty,
this
no!
point, Refecule makes his way over, dashing,
Through the
Through the
snow.
snow.
and he's gonna... all of you apart from Rua, because Rua isn't proficient in it, can roll Arcana.
You know, I'm not used to this up-close and personal combat thing, but I feel like people don't usually do that when they're ripped in half.
Seamus, you just fought a simulacrum.
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh boy, we just made a very powerful enemy.
This is the ability
really?
of simulacrum. So you didn't even fight him at his full power.
Half the creature's hit point maximum. Okay.
What the fuck?
So you're telling me we just fought a copy? Holy shit.
He did
I'm not happy
seem
about it either, but apparently that's the truth.
He did seem rather wimpy compared to some of the spells he was throwing around. Oh, trying to throw around.
Yeah, I expect this
most
fight
points.
going on for another few
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, wimpy. It's like Rua gestures to Seamus who's like...
Dying.
one tap.
That was like the one
I
time...
didn't hear no bell.
That was the
I
one
can do this
time
all
he-
day.
That was like the one time he hit anything.
Refecule crosses his arms. I mean, to be fair, he was also going to do a finger of death.
But we stopped
From
him,
what I can...
so it was fine. Usually we
Seamus
don't
got
get to do
really
that.
fucking lucky.
The thing is, though, if this was only a simulacrum, what does Murasu have at his actual body?
I'm gonna take a swing in the dark and say Undead Army.
I fear... I wouldn't like to guess.
You don't need to
For now,
guess,
though,
I
I
gave the
can-
guess.
Anyway...
So
Thank
what
you,
happened?
Felix, for the wonderful commentary.
So what happened to you, Rua? You just sort of disappeared.
I was in a maze.
A maze?
Yes, you know, like a labyrinth.
Did you leave
I
like
was this
little?
close. I was this fucking close to getting to the exit.
Would you have preferred that I didn't hit him really
Obviously
hard?
not. No. And then Refecule chimes in. Oh yeah, he'd have been stuck there for 10 minutes.
I mean, what's 10 minutes?
I mean, look at how long it took for us to deal with this fight. We need to rest up though for Seamus' sake, and then we can head out. You said
Yes,
your
please.
group are at the Azure Bridge.
Yep. Where is that, by the way?
It's complete opposite end that we travelled.
Oh. Oh. I don't suppose you have any way of quickly getting to the Azure Bridge?
No,
Yeah, okay.
we'll have to hoof it. And so, I'm gonna call this a session.
Alright.
Because it's nearly 2 in the morning for me
Yep.
and I have work.
So do I.
But yeah, hope you enjoyed this.
No, that was really fun.
Fucking...
This is great.
Oh my god, the fucking... Because I was like, oh yeah, Pit Fiend. Yeah, Akra can solo it. You can see what he's like when he fights seriously. And then we'll have the Bone Devils, and then, like, Prone.
Yeah.
Just nope.
Actually,
We all made it just looking at each other like,
I'm gonna
That
roll a
does not-
I'm gonna roll a D9 to see which plane those demons fell into. Because they could be in a completely different plane of existence. D9. 0 mod. What's the 7th layer of hell?
Violence, I believe.
see here. It is
Hell of the Violent and Bestial.
Maladomini. 7th circle. It is described as the vapor polluted skies, similar to Malbogue, but the surface was solid. Blah. The Lord of its swarm of biting flies, black pools of ichor, lava canals, stone aqua.
I'm gonna say that they aren't to do with that archfiend. So, like, they're just like, where the fuck are we? And then they're like, oh no.
It's called the Circle of Ruin, or sometimes the Ruins. It's ruled by Beelzebub, or Beelzebub.
Oh my god.
Well, good news. Apparently the Sodomites get sent to the 7th layer. So, the Pit Fiend can have some fun.
Pit Fiend's not gonna be happy. It's like, he's gonna fucking see the one that just fell in and be like, why the fuck didn't you try anything? Yeah, that's so funny. Fucking, oh my god, I can't believe I just wasted the introductory of a Pit Fiend on that.
So funny.
It's funny,
So
I'm
funny.
laughing, but like...
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, fucking Seamus nearly got wasted. Oh my god.
I nearly got wasted.
Yeah.
Nearly.
And hey, Felix,
Operative word.
Felix popped the fuck off.
Wipe out.
Yeah, Felix got to pop off. Rua did nothing. You got to see some of Reficule's cool powers.
Yeah.
His,
Got to summon a
his
kitty
unique
whippins.
his unique mechanic where he actually takes twice. So basically, when he uses sorcery points, he takes damage equal to twice the amount of sorcery points he uses.
Oof.
So those 3 sorcery points to summon that beast
Mm.
turn into 6 damage.
Ouch.
But yeah, that was the session. I hope you all enjoyed it like I did.
Yeah, no, it was really fun.
Yeah, so.
So amongst the main residents of Maladomini, Beelzebub, Lilith, Barbados, and a bunch
Barbados,
of
as in
other
the
devils.
island?
I was
Like
thinking that.
tropical locale?
Yeah. No, it means the femboy from Genshin Impact.
Yes, that one.
Which one's Asmodeus?
Asmodeus is the Asmodeus is the bottom. Is the ruler of the bottom.
Asmodeus in
Betrayal?
D&D is also basically the god of demons. Like, he is the top devil.
Yeah, he is the Lord of the Devils, supreme.
So he's
like,
basically like Mephisto or Lucifer.
He's above
Lord
them.
Denomino.
let me just let me just put it this way, Jack. Seluna and Shar don't fuck with Asmodeus. Like they treat him very carefully.
Yeah. There's a reason why all of the archdevils of each of the realms of hell don't fuck with Asmodeus, because they know they're only in their position because he allows it.
He can end the blood war on his own.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to.
He thinks it's more fun this way.
Yeah. The only other being that could really rival him is like Ao, who is like
The overgod.
the god, the overbeing, or probably even the Lady of Pain, depending on whose turf they're on.
Like Shar and Saloon could give him a fight, even Mistra. But like it's gonna be off.
Yeah, it's one of them. A lot of the gods could probably fight him. They might lose. The best they could get is know that he wouldn't be able to win another fight immediately afterwards, or for a very long time.
Right. Like one or both of them are dying, or neither's walking away clean.
Yeah, and at that point, it's not worth it. Because then it would just make a cascade of other gods doing, like, jumping in. But yeah, Asmodeus is basically my setting as well. It's just that, like, you know...
Probably not going to run into him.
Hopefully won't
Yeah.
run into him.
God, I hope not.
It's fine, there's more nastier gods I'd rather throw at you anyway.
Oh, thanks.
Like Yahweh?
No, because this isn't SMT.
Yeah, Yahweh is not in the D&D setting primarily, normally.
What is SMT?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Huh?
It's a Japanese game franchise.
It's
Persona is like a sub-series of it.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
It's
And yeah,
something you
Yahweh's
wouldn't
like,
be familiar with.
Yahweh's like the final boss, usually.
Either him or Lucifer.
But yeah, we should end the stream here. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday as always. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like and subscribe, and comment down below. Please press that bell icon.
And otherwise, hopefully we'll see you on Tuesday. Good night.
Later.